Alrighty, everyone. So welcome to our new Seaside project. This is our new podcast where we teach you how to learn from a local, listen to a local, and most importantly, live like a local. And today we have the honor of being with the lovely Laura Davis, island celebrity and author and spotlight on Tide Thyme food blog. Thank you so much for having us in your
Oh my gosh, thank you guys for coming along. I thought we'd make some fish tacos.
Yeah, we're so excited about it.
Always a winner around here.
Yeah, it's lovely. So you started Tide Thyme in 2007, right?
Yeah, it's been a long time. I was kind of doing the blogging thing for a little bit before that, before I popped and got the domain. But it's been fun. I've been kind of slack on it the last few years as the boys have gotten older. But I don't know, things like this make me want to dive back in for sure.
I've seen all your stuff. It's absolutely lovely. You do such a great job with food photography and even just like on the island, like trying out the different local cuisine. Anything something pops up, I feel like I always see you in like Chincoteague Island foodies posting like, go check out this spot, which is awesome to spotlight that.
Well, it's always definitely something new to try, or whether you're getting something from your local fishmonger at one of our seafood markets or trying one of the new restaurants is always something exciting going on with food and Chincoteague, that's for sure.
100%. All right, so do we want to get into a little bit of this and I pass it?
Absolutely. So pretty much I just seasoned up our fish with a blackening seasoning. I like the one with the big bearded man on top, Paul Cardano, who's like another old school. But his blackening seasoning, I've made my own before and it's never as good as that. So I just season it simply with that. If you're not into that, you could just, do salt and pepper or lemon pepper or whatever you like. But this isn't spicy. It's spicy, flavorful, but not spicy hot.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and turn this on. I like to keep it simple. I do a mango salsa with it, with some onions, some shredded cabbage, and then we'll do a little sauce with some chipotle, pepper, cilantro, lime, good stuff. So let me go ahead and get this going.
All right,
and
so
let's chit chat.
Well, you're chopping. So obviously we're doing a lot with food. So, you're a foodie. What's your favorite spot on the island or your favorite thing to get on the island? What's a must try for people
I guess
coming
it depends on the mood I'm in. I would say my number one is Lily's Little Mexico. I've never been there and it's bad. It's always good. The fajita Tiana, it's absolutely amazing. Now for a sit-down dinner, a little fancier, I think for me it's hard to beat the Village. They are the best about making everybody feel like family there, and their specials are always on point. It's always really great. But like I said, it's always something new popping up or something to try. So possibilities are endless.
Yeah, definitely. So how long have you lived on Chincoteague?
This is my 25th summer. I moved the summer before my senior year of high school, so I graduated in 2000. So 25 years now. It's crazy. The time has flown. My family started out with a year-round campsite in Tops Cove campground, and the rent ended up going up so much at the time in like the late 80s. They said, what are we doing? We could be paying a mortgage payment with what we're paying for this. So they made the jump, and then my senior year of high school, we moved. So it was an adjustment. I moved from outside Annapolis, Maryland, but I couldn't imagine being anywhere else or raising my family anywhere else. I definitely feel blessed.
Yeah.
This pan's hot.
Let's
get that going. Grab that plate of fish, Julian.
All right.
Get this down. I might just turn it off because. All right. What? That's okay. Yeah. You definitely don't want to put it in a cold pan because then it soaks up the juices, the oils, and you definitely don't want that.
So could you get sin to put your...
It is. And like I said, pan frying is more forgiving. You see a lot of fried food. A lot of people think seafood fried, and I love that. But I feel like you really taste it more with a pan fry or a blackening or what have you.
Yeah. Speaking of fish, you guys just added a new member to the family.
We did. We got a sport fishing boat. We've always had a skiff around here, which of course is the boat of choice for Chincoteague, I think, if they can get in real shallow water. But we wanted to get out a little bit further. So we kind of looked around and waited for the right one to come up, and it finally did. Last year, we sailed it home just after July 4th. We bought it in Rhode Island, sailed it all the way down to Chincoteague.
Awesome.
So it's definitely, I'll remember, that's a core memory.
For sure. And your food blog, Tide Thyme, and so you had to name the boat.
Right.
Time Bandit.
We named it Time Bandit, the Thyme, which is, it's a kind of a nod to Deadliest Catch too.
Yeah.
They have the Time Bandit. So it's really cute. And it's kind of, a lot of people name their boat after their ladies. So it was a nice nod to me without being like the Laura Beth or whatever,
No, what great family memories. That's so nice. How is it being able to, go out with your family, catch fish, and then be able to, cook it, photograph it, put it out there?
It's absolutely great. It's definitely been a lot more work. Not my husband John does most of that stuff, but it's been a lot more things. Because, it's all new to us, too.
Yeah, definitely.
We're learning about the fishing, learning about taking care of the boat. And the boys, they love it. My oldest is old enough to legitimately be a good help. But they have the most fun fishing and just the things that we see out there.
Yeah.
Even just poking around in a little boat around Chincoteague, you definitely see an amazing assortment of things. But out there, 50 miles offshore, it's next level.
100%.
Pods of whales as far as the eye can see.
And I feel like a lot of people don't know that about Chincoteague because, we're in the bay and
right, and it's a lot of confusion I see too about just the eastern shore in general and the placement of the Chesapeake Bay and the ocean. But for me, that's what makes it so unique and so special. And I can go see the sunrise of the ocean or go see the sunset on the bay side or the bay side, the Chesapeake Bay side. And it's it's still the eastern shore, but all our little towns are so unique and have so much character. And a lot of people don't see that. They come to Chincoteague and they, see Beach Road, Max Boulevard, whatnot. But there's so much more to see, like really getting off the beaten path and wandering around, I think is one of my favorite things to do. And I've been doing it for 25 years, so there's always something to see.
Definitely. Yeah, it's such a core tradition in Chincoteague and all that. So speaking of, traditions and Chincoteague is seasoned, such a rich culture in history that I think, a lot of the people coming to the island don't spend the time to get to know. What would you say is your favorite Chincoteague tradition or cultural piece that you feel like is just so essential to the island?
Well, obviously Pony Parade. That's second only to Christmas for most of us. There are probably a few that it comes first before Christmas. So pony petting, obviously, we love, but I would say for me, it's Sundays out on the boat in Little Beach. We'll everybody brings something. We do a potluck. I'll bring the grill out there and do burgers. I've done fish tacos out there, actually, where we clean the fish.
That's
literally
amazing.
caught them, we cleaned them, and then I had done the salsa and stuff to have ready to go. I was pretty much banking that we were going to catch fish that day.
Yeah, you better.
I'm surprised I didn't jinx myself and we got skunked. But we didn't. So, that's always, for me, that's special. And that's something that people have been doing long before I was born. They've been going over to Little Beach on Sundays. Before there was a bridge going to Chincoteague, it used to be a big event after church to get all your stuff together and get on I don't know if they took a ferry or just people had big boat. I'm not really sure exactly how it went down, but that's special to me and to share with my boys and to all the we have the LBC, we call it Little Beach Crew, which is our intense circle of people, and just to spend year after year after year with them, seeing their kids grow up too. It's
so special.
It's really special and unique.
Yeah, definitely. I've worked on the island for so long, and I've been in so many different roles. And Sundays were the times when nobody would show up.
No, Sundays are shut down. That's a day for the Lord.
Oh, 100%. And so we go into work, and where is everyone? Everyone's at Little Beach.
Yeah.
Coming for their shift off the boat, right onto the dock. It's like,
absolutely. And that's the thing too. Some of the friends and stuff who are waitresses, they'll go out and be in the sun all day and then go to work all night. That's something that I never could do when I was younger either. Teenagers, we would go to the beach all day, and then I thought, how do you I'm dead. I'm a day walker, I guess. So it sucks. It sucks the life out of me.
It shows how important of a tradition it is, though, that, whatever costs, like, you'll be out at Little Beach on Sunday no matter how much time you get.
And the wind. I mean, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to stop us. Even last weekend, it was blowing a gale, but we still went out there. And it's just such a special place. I mean, the sea ponies there, you seem to have moved on, but a couple of years ago, there was a bald eagle that was just so chatty. Mm-hmm. Always talking. And so those things too, learning different animal sounds and learning how to read nature, that's something that I've enjoyed too, that I probably wouldn't have learned if I had stayed.
And Chincoteague is such a wildlife centered town. There's so many beach towns that the focus is not on that.
Right.
Ocean City is wonderful, but it's, you're not going there as much for the nature and the wildlife of it. But, in Chincoteague, it's not just the ponies. It's, you have wildlife trails everywhere. There's such a big focus on keeping that undeveloped land.
Keeping it special. I mean, to me, and when people talk about how Chincoteague has changed, I think, like, it has some, but acetate won't change, And if they do, then we really have a pickle on our hands.
Then you have a pickle there.
We have bigger fish to fry.
So talking about Chincoteague, what is something that you think, no matter what, this community thrives off of tourism. It's what a lot of us work in. It's what a lot of the economy is based on. But what is one thing that you wish that tourists knew coming to Chincoteague, whether it's just something about Chincoteague or something that you would, ask of tourists when they come to Chincoteague?
Well, I would say everybody needs to be really kind to your servers and your bartenders. Everybody has bad days, especially in a town like this where you can be so busy. That's always my number one thing, is to treat the people who live here with respect and kindness. And I love too talking to people and getting questions and stuff like that. A lot of people seem shocked that I talk to that people live here like all year round, and I could understand. I mean, you love it so much, it's hard to think about somebody being here in the dead of winter, and it's completely different. But so I would say that.
Be kind, be respectful, and be courteous of the fact that people live here, that this isn't just somewhere.
Right. I mean, it's frustrating. I know when people are potting along on the causeway or doing whatever, but I've come to think about it. If I was leaving this place to go home to somewhere else, I'd be going as slow as I could too. So you just kind of, I get to come back.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm on my way to Food Line. I'll be coming back. Now, when I'm coming home with ice cream and you're going slow, then
you speed it up.
Then I might have some beef, but.
What do you think has changed the most over the years in Chincoteague?
Certainly businesses come and go. People come and go. I mean, when I look back at my high school yearbook, and talking to friends people here even before I came, people do come and go. I think they come and they think that they'll love it, but it is different. It is different than what you're used to in the summer. But people, the water park and this and that and the high rises, and it's funny because back then, I mean, there were things too, and a lot of people forget or don't know. But I think all in all, we still have our character. We're still a small town fishing, spot. That's another thing too. Back in the day, there were so many fishing boats and stuff that, in front of Tiki and whatnot, they would be docked 6 or 7 long and 6 deep. But fishing quotas change a lot and move up and down the coast. So we're starting to see more larger fishing boats and stuff now. So I think that's kind of that stuff just kind of comes and goes too. But like I said, I think, and you're talking before about people who are advocates for nature and keeping that stuff. I think we're getting more people who are more vocal and also have the knowledge about the things that we can do to put things in place to protect those things.
Absolutely. I think seeing, like you were saying, like high rises coming up, properties being sold, land being sold, it's kind of given a lot of people that shock to their system of, oh wait, no, we do need to talk about this more. We do need to, like, especially like the locals that live here. They have been really amazing at standing up and saying, hey, this isn't Ocean City. Hey, this isn't like your typical beach town. Like, we are small, we have character, and we want to keep that.
Absolutely. And so when you have those people that want to fight and care about it, I think it does make a difference. Chincoteague, they don't like change either, so that also helps. But we're seeing a lot of that older generation passing on and whatnot, so a lot of younger folks moved away as well, because jobs and whatnot aren't easy to come by, especially year-round jobs. So I guess we'll just have to see. But like I said, I feel like for me, I've been here 25 years, and every day I still find something new that makes me love this place. I think people, like I said, just get off the beaten path more. Get off of Beach Road. Get off of Main Street. Drive around. Take a walk. You never know what you're going to see. And a lot of those special things, I think, are little nooks that you wouldn't come across otherwise.
Yeah, and you have 2 sons, correct?
Three
sons. And you said, that older generation is kind of passing on, and it's being focused more on like the newer generations. And you said a lot of them are moving away. What are those like values that you're trying to instill, in your sons about the culture here and being raised here? I feel like that. It's such a beautiful thing to be able to be raised in such a place.
Well, and that's the thing too. It's because I'm gonna come here. My husband, his parents aren't from here, so he's not technically. He was born and raised on Chincoteague, but it's not the same level of people who have been here for generations and generations before. I think it's small town values. Be good to your neighbor. Know your neighbor. Kind of people you see on the street. Friendly. Honest. That's the thing about here. I've lived here 10 years. We lived in Pocomo before it was hell to months.
Yeah, it's expensive
for a starter home. But we never locked our doors. I can tell where my house is.
I was gonna end. I feel like you don't have to do as much as you would other places. Like, my next question is about like the community of Chincoteague, like raising children in a community like this. It's such a strong community, and you said come here. For those that don't know the term, come here is you're not like born on the island, born and raised with that long family lineage and the generation. A lot of people say, what's your family name?
Right.
That's a really great.
Who are your people?
Who are your people if you're a come here or from here? But it has such a. To be a local, the community that you have, like you said. Like, not having to lock your doors. You don't, like, the values that you're instilling.
If my kids are doing anything, I'll know about it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You can't get into only so much trouble, I figure, on an island. Don't get me wrong. We got into some trouble back in the day.
But the community is instilling so many values.
And also, we have such wonderful church communities and school communities, and we're pretty involved with Boy Scouts of America. So there's so many great groups, church groups, organizations that we obviously turn to help with those kinds of things too.
Absolutely.
What do they say? It takes a village.
Yeah. And Chincoteague's a great village to be in.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. So, sorry, we got sidetracked here.
Okay, we got our salsa pretty much done. Oh, I did want to add onions to it though.
It looks gorgeous.
Felt like we were missing a little.
It's so fresh. So do you have anywhere, like, in particular, I know the whole joke is we've got one grocery store here on the island.
We do.
On the island.
It's come a long way.
It has.
I remember, this is probably 10 years ago, I was walking in to, we still call it Meatland.
Meatland. Yep, Meatland.
And so now you go and get the fresh basil. You go and get that. I'm thinking, lady, if you look at all that, there ain't no fresh basil in there.
Nope.
But here I am buying chipotle peppers and fresh cilantro at Meatland. I never thought I'd see the day. So it's, sometimes things are a little bit higher, but to grab something quick, you can't beat them. I'm thankful that they're there.
Yeah, but when you're not going to Island Foods and you're getting beautiful produce like this, Chincoteague has such a great, I mean, it's not only the sea, it's the land too.
No, absolutely. That's the thing. We're in the heart of agriculture and aquaculture. I love Church Street produce.
Absolutely.
Jerry and Paula are the best. I just actually got a pink pineapple there last week.
I saw that. I almost messaged you about it. How was it?
It was amazing. It was really good. It was so much more pineapple-y, and it wasn't as fibrous. A lot of people have problems with pineapple and fiber tearing up their mouth.
I have to go get one. I saw that, and I'm a sucker for
it was
White Raven's yellow watermelons.
Yeah, I know. We were talking about those too with the boys because they were like, "Oh, what about yellow watermelons?" So, yeah. Which I mean, and awesome produce stands are something that I remember from when I was a little girl. Lazy Daisy and Olive Oil, which is like where Island Roots is now on Beach Road. I remember those ladies hawking tomatoes and corn, you know, when I was just a little tiny thing. So that's always, I think, been special. But they're kind of, and you can't beat a homegrown tomato.
You're going through Stockton, Girl Tree, Pocomoke, anywhere. There's produce stands left and right.
Absolutely.
And you can't go wrong with any of them.
You can't. And it's just getting to be that time of year. I rode down to Nancock yesterday, actually. I have a friend on Tangier that their figs are getting really ripe and their blackberries as well. So she sent some over on the ferry for me, and it was just such a nice ride down there. I mean, I think I passed about 10 tractors.
Yep.
Hay being baled, stuff being harvested. I know the Hickman brothers are over there getting the potatoes ready at Dublin Farms. I graduated with Matt, so they've been doing potatoes over there for a really, really long time, and they're really awesome potatoes. They have a little farm stand, so that's another one to check out.
Yeah. And you get beautiful produce like this that we get to make fish tacos out of.
Exactly. So let me add some red onion to this. Do you want to mix this up?
Absolutely.
Give it a little zhuzh. Our fish is done. I'm going to toast up a tortilla real quick.
Love it.
I do corn. You could do flour. I really like to actually do this on the grill too. And, it just is real quick.
Such a like simple, fresh, and easy meal too.
It is. And even too, if you don't want to do the tortillas or watching carbs or whatever, it's great like on top of salad. Too, with that delicious salsa. Let's do this one real quick. Just get a little. The lime cheese.
While you do that, speaking of, recipes, what do you think is like, and there are so many, so this broad question, what do you think is like Chincoteague's most essential recipe? There are so many. I mean, whether you're getting like fritters at the
I would say probably an oyster fritter, single fried oyster maybe. Definitely some of the oyster stew. One of my favorite stories, I was at Bell's, and this was years ago. And somebody said, "Oh, what's in oyster? What is oyster stew?" And the waitress, was probably about 75 old. She was like, "Honey, it's oysters with a little bit of milk in it." I thought, that is a very accurate description for what a good oyster stew is. It doesn't need much, because you want to allow that awesome flavor, the saltiness, brininess that makes our oysters so unique and sought after in fries. So. I would say definitely something with oysters, whichever way you want to slice it.
Yeah. Where are you getting your oysters on the island?
We have guys that are go out, but Gary Howard is always good. That's usually where I go. They're always really clean there. A lot of times when we get them directly from the oyster, they're muddy. So it's nice to have them power washed and cleaned and ready to go.
I used to work in restaurant management, and I feel like it would be 7 o'clock at night, and oysters were already gone, and I was running over to Gary Howard's being like, "Give me all the oysters you have, please." And they're such a hot commodity.
They are, and that's what people want. And again, it's what we're known for, that and ponies.
Not ponies.
We can't eat that. Again, if we come to that, things are pretty bad over here.
Very bad. What does pony penning week look for you? As a local, it's such a booming time on the island. What is pony penning look like for you and your family?
We usually get up and do the boat. We'll put in the boat, the skiff, the night before and kind of keep it. We have a friend who has a place over on Eastside that we'll just leave it in overnight.
Great place to be.
Because it's trying to get to the boat ramp or whatever, and you have to be there no matter what time the swim is. You better be there by 5 a.m. So we usually go and do that. the swim, and then we go to Little Beach after. It's always pretty much the biggest day of the year. Like I said, Chincoteague Christmas.
And for locals, it's such a wonderful celebration too. It's not even, just a day of like, oh, I mean, you see, how many times have you seen the pony swim? And it doesn't get old.
No, and I've made so many friends with people at pony penning with that when I was a little girl that I'm still friends with to this day. It's just still very special and unique, and you never know what the day will bring.
No, absolutely not. I remember, being a little girl and getting out there at 5 a.m. and having your parents, throw your life jacket, sit in the water, wait for the ponies.
And it's going to be one of those years this year too, I think, where
it's been so
supposed
hot
to be late and it's hot. So for sure, that's always, we bring the floaties. I usually bring the grill, and I do breakfast sandwiches out there and grill up some bacon.
Yeah.
I could probably sell them for like $30 a piece.
Oh, 100%.
Might be a business this year.
You go down East Side, everyone's selling parking in their houses, putting their cars wherever they can.
Yep, for sure. But you do what you gotta do.
Absolutely.
Do that day. And
Yeah.
it's always, I haven't had a bad one yet. Even the years where it's poured and thunderstorms, it always is a great day. And this is what, the 99, so next year, 100, we're turning up.
Watch out. Watch out. So you got your tortillas over there?
I do. They're a little, I took the top of the pack, so yeah. They're a little hack.
A little rustic.
But
Look at
we all have our days.
right? Looks wonderful.
So we got our fish, all our good stuff. I usually use like a little blender, my little ninja to kind of puree this a little bit more. She's a little chunky, but that's okay.
Looks good to me. You were talking about the off-season and how it's a lot slower and people move here and realize it's not for them a lot of the time because it is so slow and so quiet in that season. But it's still such a lovely place to be. What are you doing in the off-season? What are things that your favorite things to do? And it's a ghost town, but there's
we go
much
over to the beach and be the only one. It's pretty special. We make our own fun, we hang out in each other's garages and kind of keep the party going. It's, friends and togetherness and,
Yeah, we always say, you can book a vacation in February and come to Chincoteague and have just as good of a time with your family and friends.
Absolutely.
Being out just by the water is just such a great way to spend time. It doesn't matter if it's July or November or whatever time it is. I love fall in Chincoteague.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
It is. Well, it's so warm enough to swim.
The water's the warmest then.
It really is.
And people don't know that.
Yeah.
So that's when you're the only one on the beach, just, enjoying the warm water.
And we still have plenty it used to be everything would shut down in the winter, but now we have quite a few restaurants that are open. You can get something to eat or go and have a cocktail.
Yeah.
Put on your dancing shoes. So we just make the best of it. But for me, I love the seasons.
Yeah.
All.
And it's great to be somewhere where you can experience all those seasons.
Absolutely. We kind of got cheated out of snow last year, though. I feel a little bit. No. I'll jinx us.
Should we put these together?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and just take a tortilla. What did I do with my there you go. Fish spatula, which I lost over the side at Little Beach one night. Somebody found it for me.
Got it back now.
Oh, I gotta slice that. You want to put a little bit of here. I got another spoon for this. Top that with a little salsa and sauce. I'm gonna slice up the cabbage real quick. You could use yellow cabbage. I'm thinking about that yellow watermelon.
The yellow watermelon now. I've been thinking about him all season long. I'm waiting for him to come in.
I like red cabbage, but if you have green, whatever you have. Or I will use any fruit that I have too. I've used pineapple, I've used strawberry. Mix it with avocado, onion, and cilantro, and
you go to Pico, they're putting crazy stuff on their tacos.
Yeah, it's an American. I do love
Pico
it.
is so good.
They are. And for me, it's Sea Star was always my
Sea Star was my favorite.
And I told Mercer and Brian before they closed, I said, you guys, because they opened around the time that I moved here. I never had brie cheese. I had never had really good bread like that. And I told them, I said, you guys are kind of one of my major inspirations. They kind of got me into the kitchen and cooking and excited to go and buy different produce or go to the grocery store, try something new. And she teared up a little bit. She said that means so much to me.
Yeah.
But it's the absolute truth, you know.
Yeah.
You find inspiration wherever.
You bring Chincoteague people brie and sprouts, and it's hard to get them.
Right.
I
I thought, this is never gonna last. Chincoteagers don't want alfalfa sprouts and brie on their sandwiches, but
it was so good.
it opened a lot of eyes, you know.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I feel like we're opposed to change, but then once you try it, you know.
And you were talking about change. It's like, it's to be a restaurant out here or a food truck. It's such, you know, a war of being able to stay open, to be able to get those spots. And I feel like they've resorted to filling these niches to be able to, you know, stay open and stay afloat. I mean, we have everything you can think of here. We have grilled cheese food trucks. We have Shark and Manders, which is now like calzone-like burgers.
Right, which I never thought about.
No, we've got Drift, which is sandwiches. We've got Better, which is
Loaded,
chef
they're great.
meals. Pico. I mean, you can find any type of food here. The food scene is unreal.
The Greek food at Famous's is awesome. If you never tried their hero,
Ocean Valley, anywhere, all of these places. Like,
I love Ocean Valley.
Ocean Valley's awesome.
And I love the places too with the online ordering. Order online, go pick it up, go to the beach, whatever. I mean, I love talking to people, but sometimes I like not talking.
Sometimes you gotta get to the beach. Sometimes you gotta pack it up and get to the beach.
Let's go. Let's
UV is
go.
9 and you gotta go.
So, absolutely.
This looks incredible.
This is sea bass.
Sea bass, okay.
It's caught. Good stuff. Sea bass is white.
Yeah.
Very
It's
mild
gorgeous.
fish.
There's a lot of stuff like.
I don't like super fishy
No.
fish.
We've got flounder, we've got sea bass, we've got like a lot of those really mild, nice fish.
Trigger
Great too.
is another good one that it's not, you know, we have a lot of fish that you don't see on menus.
Yeah.
Typically, you're starting to see on menus down south where people are trying to utilize more sustainable fisheries like triggerfish, which there are plenty of. So that's really awesome too. I hope that we see more of that.
Yeah.
Reishi. Yeah, that's like I go to that market. They're great.
Such a hidden gem too.
It is. Well, and I mean, they've been around forever too. I remember Ray dangling shrimp out on the side of Beach Road when I was little too.
And you go in there and it's not only, I mean, you think you're going to eat, but you're also going to a fish market.
Oh, absolutely. And just she's got so much cool stuff on the walls.
It's awesome.
You know.
I remember being a kid just sitting there and looking at the walls, and by the time you know dinner is there and you don't even know because you've been looking at it.
Yeah, it's always something to see. Absolutely. So yeah, good.
Stunning.
Good stuff. Pico Taqueria.
Pico Tide Thyme's taking over. Wow, gorgeous.
So yeah, this is a go-to. My boys could probably eat this 3 nights a week. And sometimes in the summer we do.
Well, look at boys you have to have all this. I mean, Dad, you to be able to cook this.
It's good. I feel like my quality might have to give way to quantity at some point. Where summer's killing me already. I'm missing Accomack County lunches.
Well, these are absolutely gorgeous.
Wow. Thank you all for coming along.
Yeah, thank you so much. And we asked everyone, what is one word that you would, and hard question, one word that you would use to describe Chincoteague that you feel embodies it most?
I don't know. Magic?
Magic?
To me, it is magic. I mean, you have to make your own magic, but like I said, I'm find something awe-inspiring every day.
Yeah, and if you have to make your own magic, it's pretty easy to make your own magic here.
Totally.
Yeah.
You can just fall right into a pile of magic here on Chincoteague Island.
Well, thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Laura, so much for having us.
Thank you so much.
Where can people find you?
Tide Thyme on social media, TIDEANDTHYME. And my website is tidethyme.com. Just if you see me around town, say hi. Love meeting new friends.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And come back and listen to more locals with us.